Shit, I just got through listening to some hip hop. I'll start. Made me loaded.
Good morning. It is Saturday, February 6th. I'm Drake Swift, Corey, Savage Kitty. I got Alex Sports Model. I got Felicity Greens. All entertainer. How are you?
Doing lovely. Doing gorgeous. How about you?
Doing good. So are we going to tell that story, Alex, or not?
Yeah. I mean, it's not that great of a story, but I'll tell it. No, I mean, so I'll continue where I left off. So I'm sitting at a titty bar, since you want me to say it so bad. At a titty bar.
Go to titty bars.
I don't go to titty bars no more.
He lived in titty bars in the 90s and the 2000s. He didn't live in the
obvious reasons. I don't know about. Yeah, no, it was in the 90s. We had a cousin that knew the owner at I guess I'll give them a shout out. I mean, they probably needed hard bodies. Okay. And knew the doorman, and we used to pay like $20. He would go down the line, hey, you know, kind of like on that 70s show episode one time. They were trying to get in the club. Was it like what do you call that? What do you call that?
I may or may not have cocktail waitress at hard bodies underage, but we're just gonna put that out there and leave.
So that was you.
know.
No, I'm just kidding.
Underage. I was like 18.
Yeah,
17.
Right. Yeah, we're like, I was like 15 years old.
You were at a titty bar, you got drunk, and you went home. Take any story.
Did you go to VIP?
No. Do I look like a VIP type of guy? No. I was just visiting a friend, and I had a couple beers. I went in there, and like I said, I started
you had a lovely time.
I started having flashbacks because we used to live in there. What's that?
What'd you say, Drake? You broke up.
I still can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
I said you were telling me you didn't get your balls licked.
No, I didn't sit in your booth that you used to sit in 20 years ago. I didn't sit in that booth. But I did point it out to my friend. So you had
an okay night.
I did point it out to my friend, and I was like, you know, we used to be in that booth or that booth over there in that corner, like the whole thing. But no, it felt. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just sitting there at the bar, I had a good time, and there was a guy at the other corner of the bar right there next to me, and he's looking at girls, and he's looking at me after we started a little small conversation, and he just like you know, raising his eyebrows, like, yeah. I was like, oh, you like that? You know, so it was just funny, and he had a Ford hat on. I work for Ford. I said, you know what facility do you work at? So we started a conversation and everything. But it was a cool night, and he was like,
you had a good time.
Yeah,
that's all that matters. You had a good time.
Yeah, he was spending. I said, so you're spending your whole check over here? That's awesome, man. I hope you have a great night. You know.
Hey, he's a good customer.
But yeah,
he's a good customer.
Oh, you could tell he was
he was a
regular. Yeah. Oh yeah. A regular guy.
Regular.
But yeah,
guy.
I had a good time. Whole lot of ass, whole lot of everything.
It
was fun.
Can't go wrong then, right?
Yep.
Okay,
might go back tonight.
No, hey, go for a twofer. Get yourself a twofer. Fuck it.
Right.
All right, so let's get into.
Gonna go tonight.
All right.
You didn't have time. You didn't get no good stuff going on at the titty bar. You just had a couple drinks. Some guy was kind of eyeballing you, and he said he was going to spend his whole check. So it didn't sound like
eyeballing me, but okay, you can say whatever. Hey, I know one thing. I know you wish you were there, but you weren't. So
hey, we're gonna go tonight. We're gonna go tonight. Fuck it.
We're going tonight.
Anyway, we got a guest on the show, so
yeah. So this is Felicity Greens. She is a native of Phoenix, and we don't run into a lot of natives. She blew me away when she said she was a native. We're from Michigan. So when she said she was a native, I was like, wow, okay, great. So tell me who. I know that is your stage name, but tell me who Felicity Green is. So, when you said that, the whole, hey, I'm a chick with a dick. I love that. I think that should be a shirt. I swear to God, I think.
Let's make one.
Yeah, let's make a shirt. Yeah,
Let's make them. I'll order them today.
So yeah, that one might even beat the Austin 316.
He's a big wrestling fan. So, when you described off air to me, you said, "Look, I was born a baby." How
like everyone is, everybody's born like a baby, grow up to be a child, or a little boy, a little girl. Unfortunately, I was a little boy, and I just matured into the woman I am today.
Right. So, like I said, I'm 47 years old. A lot of this stuff was in the closet. We really couldn't talk about it. I grew up in a different time. You're 25 years old. A lot of this stuff is definitely mainstream now. A lot of this stuff is accepted. We talked off air about Biden recently passed the transgender into sports, which is Corey was very excited about it. So a lot of it is mainstream. A lot of it is you want to say it's coffee talk. A lot of people are accepting it. A lot of things have changed since I was a 7-year-old, or even Alex of being a young kid. And talk about stuff that maybe we were ashamed to talk about. You know what I mean? Like we just didn't talk about.
It's a lot of suppressed information. A lot of people are ashamed. Like if you're to talk about it, you're ashamed for it, and that's kind of how they kept it suppressed. And it was even a little bit like in the closet when I was younger, but I would say in the past 10 years, it's made progress for sure.
So, growing up, you said that, you as a teenager, you were not confused, but you were coming into your own, and it took a minute to find out who you were and be comfortable in your own skin. And
I was misunderstood, and I didn't completely understand myself, so I couldn't convey myself to other people well. And then through my teen years, I developed the ability to be myself and just break down everything that I was taught to do and relearn myself.
It was like a process for you,
definitely a process
in your own way, obviously.
How was your family during that time?
Well, I grew up with my mother and all my mother's family. Everybody loves and accepts me. I just kind of developed without saying anything. They just kind of started making little changes here and there. They would notice, say something when it got a little bit, when it needed to be edited a little bit. My mother,
right?
She always wanted me to look good. So if it was something that I was trying out, and it
she's like, you can do that, but I'm gonna need you to get that together.
Very much.
And not to cut you off, but how many brothers, sisters did you have or in the household?
So from my mother's side, I have 4.
Okay.
Siblings, and my dad's side I have 4 as well.
Oh wow! So you got a big family.
Yeah. A lot of loving siblings.
So you say, you're Hispanic, French, French and Hispanic. How tough is it in a Hispanic household? Because your mom's a single mom. How tough is it being that, that you're like, hey, you know what? I'm not different,
I
but
was actually a little child, so I kind of was. It was a little bit easier for me to be in the background and do my own thing and not be noticed too much, but still kind of center of attention because everything kind of thrown on me at the end of the day. One of the younger kids was doing something bad, I got in trouble for it. One of the older ones, I did something bad, and one of the other ones got in trouble for it. So
middle child syndrome.
So you're about a teenager, 16, and then you kind of, like I said, you told me you were getting comfortable in your skin, and you're like, look, this is what I am. This is who I am. And family's accepting it at that point. And then I think you said you're about 18 and you start taking hormone pills to to grow the boobs and stuff like that. And then you say you're at doing some photography, doing in and out jobs. And then recently in the last year and a half, you're like, you know what? I want to start dancing. You start dancing, and Tori's the one that tells me because she has worked at a couple of strip clubs or whatever as a waitress.
Just a couple. No, a little more than a couple. I mean, but you know, did you dance at BS West?
Yes.
Yes, I was just there a couple weeks ago. I was just there three weeks ago. Yeah. I took my mom when she was in town. It was great.
Yeah. They had a Monday night for the trans girls, and it was really, really fun. I don't know.
They are so great there.
Yeah, everybody there is amazing.
They really are. Yeah, they really are.
So you
go ahead, Drake. Sorry.
You danced at is it the transgender night or something you were telling me?
Yeah, no, just a key girl night to make it a cuter name.
And you kill it, right? You kill it. You said you kill it because you know that's what people go there for, and you really like it. And COVID kind of puts a damper on it because you know it shuts down a lot of the strip clubs and stuff like that. And then you start getting into the adult industry. You said you've done one feature, right? Correct, of your own adult feature.
My career started off on webcam, and I was doing that for a few months. And then one of my really, really good friends, we were just becoming friends then, and she offered for me to start dancing at the club. So I started doing that.
Okay.
Escorting. And then along the path, she also recommended me to start an OnlyFans. I started doing adult content onto my Twitter because of the webcam thing. It was like promotion. So I started my OnlyFans, and then that took off, and it went really, really, really well. And from there, I did a production company scene. Has yet to still be released, but it was shot in late November.
Damn.
Okay. And then
that's awesome.
And then when did you do the breast implants? Because I know you said you were doing the hormones. When did you do that?
Like late September. So like 4 or 5 months ago.
Okay. And then now you said you're a full size C now?
Yeah, yes.
Did you get them done here in Arizona?
Yeah, in Scottsdale.
Oh, okay.
I forget the doctor's name.
I don't know. I'm a plastic surgery stalker. I stalk all of them. I'm going to Miami. I'm going to Miami. So I'm like, I stalk them. I stalk them in the Dominican. I'm like, don't go through it. DR is. Yes, there. I know. I'm like, I'm torn between Miami and the DR. But if any were to go through my phone, there's literally pictures of my kids, memes, and naked women plastic surgery groups. That is it. That is it. Hopefully, no one ever finds my phone. And when I'm out in public and I'm scrolling, I'm like, shit.
It'll be a good story. I'm like,
yeah. I'm like, I have way too much fucking bodies in here.
Same.
Yeah. Right.
So you start your OnlyFans, and how's that going for you?
Amazing. They have like a ranking system that's like a percentage, and I'm like in the top 2%, which is pretty good for the amount of time that I've been doing it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's a great way to make money. I just got to be myself. I got to edit my content and put out what I want, and people seem to be receiving it very, very well.
You're being real.
I want to start one, but I'm so nervous.
You're being real, and you're branding yourself in the realest way. I mean,
I got to be my own business and my own boss.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
So I know when we talked off air, and you said mom's handling all the tech stuff, and I know we joked about the meme was don't be surprised when you get the 1099 from OnlyFans because you're like, you know what I mean? Because you're making this money, but a lot of people they don't realize that they're like, oh shit, I got to pay taxes on this. So do they? Is it basically definitely a 1099 that do they send you every year? I don't know. I'm just wondering.
I don't know anything about anything with taxes.
I would think so. I would think they would be a
like,
1099 because they take their percentage. Don't they take like 20%?
Yeah. So you sign like a W-2. I think that's what.
Yeah.
It is. You sign up, you have to receive money from it. So you're like, I don't know, registered with whatever the fuck, and they take their little percentage. Oh no, so OnlyFans takes 20%, but that has nothing to do with your taxes.
It has nothing to do with the taxes, right?
Nothing to do with your taxes.
Right, the taxes are on you.
Wait a minute. So that irritates me. So they take a percentage, and then you got to pay taxes on top of that.
Yeah,
it's just like anything else. Everybody wants to
so
I mean, if you're good at it, then it is what it is.
But they're double dipping.
I wish they would take that 20% and put it to like improving the platform and.
Right? Are they double dipping?
No, because they take 20% and then the government wants their taxes.
Ain't no way around it.
So she's getting double dips, but they're not double dipping.
So I got a question. So okay. So I mean, does that, obviously the more you make, it doesn't matter what job it is, the more you make, the more they're gonna take. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't hate, but when people bring up the government thing, it's like there ain't no way around it.
No, I mean you can.
But I was gonna ask.
Right, you can't. One day you can't really write off mileage on OnlyFans.
I mean, I was just gonna ask. Does that push
I mean, you can say certain activities are mileage. I don't know.
Well, I was gonna ask. Does that push you to want to come up, be a little bit more creative, and come up with different other ways to make money? Then I mean, because
so anybody that comes to me for advice, I always tell them, you can start this, but who knows? Like one day, like next month, this website can get shut down.
Or even being like an influencer or advisor, something. Right.
Yeah.
No, I was saying, or like you just said, when people come to you, I mean, that's one way to go right there. Charge them.
Oh, do you charge them?
If you're like they say, if you're the best at something, don't do it for free. So,
well,
if you're good at something, don't do it for free.
Well,
so
OnlyFans is a lot of work.
It's
a lot of work.
It takes a lot to start.
Right.
You have to have a confidence of. I mean, like you can do a non-nudity, non-adult content kind of OnlyFans, and like I've seen it. There's like fitness ones and all that, but like that's not
my girlfriend. She's a Twitch streamer, and she plays video games, right? And she's like top 2 on Twitch, right? She's affiliate and all that. And she has one, and she just does lingerie and like seductive video or pictures and videos and stuff, content. But right, and she doesn't do a full nude, and that girl kills it.
If you have,
kills
the
it.
platform already, and like you already have the audience, and they want to see you in a certain light, you can be like, okay, well, this is what you get to see. That's the beauty. This is what you get to see. This is what I'm gonna put out. If you like it, keep subscribing. If you don't. You're 1 month and then
So what do you charge for like a subscription base, or is there like
what are your subs?
Everybody could put a different price. I put $11.11 just like
11.
So is it recurring?
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's monthly, and then that's like monthly subscription for that. So that gives you access to all the content I have on my page, and then from there, I send out like videos and like different clips that I've already done. And
that's very smart marketing, like because people love that 11/11, and that's really genius if you ask me.
Thank you.
So how tough, because I know, I told you I was in the adult industry in the early 90s, in the 2000s. How tough is it to date and separate, from what you do on camera to what you do personally?
It truly is difficult. Not on my end, because I tell anybody that I get involved with, this is what I do, and you would have to be okay with it. And this involves a lot of flirting and intimacy with men, but to understand that there's work sex and like intimate sex, like actual romance and deep connection, and men have to be able to let go of their jealousy, and it's not easy for them. It's not easy for a lot of people, but yeah, jealousy plays a role in that. And
big role. And then I know we talked and we said, and you said right up front, you're like, you put it right on the table. No pun intended, but you put it right on. You tell them. You're like, you tell them
yeah,
right away
okay,
because you don't want any misunderstanding.
Yeah. So I say I meet somebody in person, or I'm like meeting somebody online. I let them know as soon as they get sexual. Like, I don't feel like that's like a tagline where I'm like, hi, I'm Daphne and I'm a trans woman. I'm 25 years old, blah, 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 blah. Like,
right.
it's in the right time. It's just a descriptive term.
You shouldn't have to explain yourself every time.
Yeah. I do like right on my forehead.
Right.
So I just let them know, like, and I always tell any girl, like any of the other trans girls that I meet or become friends with, that it should always be like, as soon as it gets sexual, the longer you wait, the harder it is to say it, just because it's.
Yeah, and it could be a bad outcome. I mean,
Well,
it could be, it could hurt your brand.
It's not going to be that, so just let it go. Like, let it be that immediately. And
there could be a lot of things. Yeah, it could be a bad outcome. It's everybody's decision. So when you all have equal choices,
situation, and that's not.
Yeah, you don't want to be put in that situation, and you don't. It could be shock value for somebody, and you don't know how their emotions will be. It's the last thing you want.
And I told
for someone to try to attack you, or
Yeah, no, I told the girls, like,
well, I think we talked and you said you've never been in that.
Something negative.
Yeah.
The next one will. There's always going to be men interested in any type of woman. So don't worry about this one.
Yeah.
On to the next.
Right. And I think you told me that you've never been in a bad situation. You've had guys been nasty to you. You have had guys cuss you out, and you've had guys that have been said no thank you. You've had it all different emotions, but you've never had a guy like physically, say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna kill you, or you know what I mean.
Oh, no. I make sure I'm safe, and I don't put myself in those situations because
it's a dangerous.
Right.
It could be a very dangerous industry, no matter who's doing what and how you're doing it. If you're involved in it, so you have to keep your antennas up and just kind of, you know what I'm saying. You got to watch. So it is what it is. So
So
there's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Is there because I know you said you've done a couple things that I don't know what I didn't come on my sideline. It wasn't somebody for the show. I know you said you've done only a couple things on camera. Is there some things that you won't do that you only want to do with your partner or intimate with your partner?
Not that I can think off the top of my head. I'm pretty open. I like being a sexually open person and letting other people see how open I am. So hopefully that one day they can be just as open. Or
right. When I did have an escort service, there were some girls that were like, I won't kiss a guy or.
Like, I don't like to kiss guys. Like, well, clients. Unless it gets to the point where there's the comfortability of that, and it's that's more intimate. Like, I'm good at passion and intimacy, and I also know how to withhold certain parts of that.
Okay. And then, so further in your porn career, is there a porn star, woman or man, that you like? I gotta do a scene with this person.
Oh, there's so many. I'm not an avid watcher, but there's so many beautiful people.
Is there somebody on top of your head?
Like, I would honestly rather make content with other content creators because I know it's more for each of our benefits instead of like a whole studio kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, there's somebody on top here. Is there a guy like a Lexington Steel? You know what I mean? Like, is this guy or you know?
I see all the classics, all the newbies.
All the classics.
I go straight for the top.
I'm a big Sasha Grey fan. Big Sasha Grey fan.
There's so many other trans girls I want to work with.
Yeah.
So on a personal level, are you more attracted? And I know we had a conversation. Are you more attracted to a female or male? What are you more?
Like I said previously, I'm pansexual. So when it comes to my sexual aspect, I'm interested in men, women, trans men, non-binary people, all the other labels. Anything that you can be, I'm interested in sexually with certain limits. And romantically, like who I would see myself settling down with if I was to ever, would be a man, for sure.
Would be a man.
Yeah. Straight men or gay men?
Straight men, because gay men like men, and I'm not a man.
Right. I mean, some of
Makes
them,
sense.
most of them, but some
There's
of
bisexual
them.
men, which I would totally do.
Yeah.
Opportunity to have sex with them. That could be two men. You can have sex with that, and I'll enjoy watching it too. And then I'll
right.
Yeah. So bisexual men, pansexual men, and straight men, because gay men are not interested in me. Normally.
9 out of 10.
Normally, 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Let's say 8 out of 10.
I can make gay men question their sexuality. So
right. Me too.
So we and in previous shows we've talked about it, and Tori's said that she's had to do it a couple times. So how big or how popular? She's laughing. She's gonna probably fall off her chair right now. How popular is it? Guys say, "Oh, I want to be pegged." How popular is that?
You love that word, don't you?
A woman who
you love that word.
How to use it is a powerful woman.
I told you, Drake. I told you.
Okay. There is plenty of pleasure we have with anal sex, and if you're an expert at it,
it doesn't hurt. It feels good.
It does feel good.
I don't know about you.
That's something you want to not be ashamed or shamed for.
Right.
Exactly.
Everybody has a pleasure as long as it's hurting no one else and it's not against the laws of nature. Then.
So
I feel that everybody should be able to feel comfortable in their sexuality. If they want, they should be able to explore with their partner or whoever they're doing it with. And how do you know if you don't like something? Let's try it.
Yeah, exactly. That's comfortable with doing it and like open, I suppose.
Yeah, and if you don't have the urge to, there's nothing wrong with that either. It's not like, oh, you're a homophobe if you don't like to get pegged. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
Travis?
that. Like,
thanks for chiming in, bro.
Everybody, everybody has their likes and
and no one should be
certain.
for that.
No, not at all. Not
it's
at
20.
all.
It's 2021, right?
Yes.
Let it go.
So
let it go.
Literally.
They have the steamy silhouette challenge. I haven't seen you do it yet because I've been looking on your page. Are you going to try to do that steamy silhouette challenge?
I've seen it and I really like it.
It is cool.
I'm thinking about doing it. I'd make a pretty good video.
Yeah, you would. That would be good.
So Alex won't do it. Me and Tori are thinking about doing it, but we're gonna do a parody of it. Of course, I'm gonna probably put a wig on and I'm gonna do it. But
I know.
I want to try to figure out a way that we can all like be involved. Maybe I don't know. We got social media, so there's got to be some way to,
stay tuned.
Do it and then edit it and all that. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna look into it. But yeah, I don't know.
I think one of the questions that I had for you, and I think we talked about it, and this was a big thing that I know we briefly talked about it. So Biden, passes the transgender in sports. What does that mean for you personally? What does that mean for the country? What does that mean overall?
For me personally, nothing, because I'm not a sports kind of girl.
Right.
I'm happy that there's progress, or at least I don't know how it's not progress. Well, I guess it is progress. But like it's media attention, and hopefully it's handled good enough, and it could be beneficial for the future for all people and trans people, especially for the country. It just brings it more to light, and we're just going through the motions of figuring things out. Like how do you figure out what's fair and what's not with all the things that we already do, like sports and restrooms and silly shit like that, you know?
Right.
As long as there's progress. And
well, I had a conversation with somebody that's not a Trumper, but you know, basically a big conservative. Okay, and I know California's been doing it for a while, and I'm going to ask you this question. So they said if I and not you because I guess I can't say you, but they said if a guy goes into I guess not a unit. I don't know what California uses, but I think they say it's a transgender bathroom. If they seen a guy go into a bathroom with their daughter, that they would have a problem with that. That yeah, and it's a guy that thinks he's a female. Does that you know what I'm saying? These are some of the questions that people are having problems with. So
I'm having a problem with that question too, because I'm not completely understanding it.
It's like I get what you're saying. It's like those are like such fine lines as far as like and I actually talked to you, Drake.
By that sense. Like,
But go ahead.
What did you say, Felicity?
Well, with the question that was asked, it was like saying people would have a problem with a man going to the restroom with his.
Well, let's say. Okay, so I guess
a transgender.
Transgender.
Who made the transition to a woman.
Right.
Now in their now.
Right. People are still holding that.
Right. People are still saying, no, that's a man.
But the problem here is that there is the daughter included into the restroom.
Right.
Then they should focus on the topic of underage sexual harassment. That's where it is. It's not laying in the trans issue. It's the two family members, no matter what their sex are.
Right.
Because a child could be sexually abused by a woman going in there. That wasn't a
I mean, it's vice versa. But okay, so and we talked about. I actually talked about this with a couple, two females at work, and I said so. It made me think about the question. It made me think about the question. So
okay.
So do you think there should be a separate men's, a unisex, like a certain facility as far as a restroom goes for transgenders, or would that help? Would that, you know what I mean? I mean, that you want to bring things to light.
If it helps with comfortability.
Right, exactly. And then that will answer his question, whether it's a transgender male or vice versa, female, that has a child.
So and they have bathrooms now that have, you have men's, women's, and then you have family where it's one stall. I don't care. I go on the fucking family one because I don't like nobody. I don't want nobody to try to talk to me, male or female. I don't want fuck your kids, fuck your little badass kids. Yep. I'm not trying to go in the bathroom with them. I'm going in the family one by my damn self. You can think I'm male, female, trans, gay, straight, fucking purple. I don't give a shit. I'm going in the family one by myself. I go in there and lock the door.
That's funny. Funny you say that, Tori.
Private. It's just more private.
My ex-wife, she would always like, no, let's go to the family one. She never wanted to go into the regular one.
Because it's private.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're talking about using the restroom, and that's really the only thing that we're all going to the restroom for.
Right.
Exactly. Like a fucking business at that point.
Okay.
Exactly.
Me do my business. We're about your badass kids.
Like my job, my facility holds over 3,000 people. So when I go into the bathroom, the locker room is connected. I mean, there's over 3,000 people in there. So
listen, if I have to go, I'll go in the men's. I don't care. I gotta go.
I don't go in there to look at nobody, and I go in there to do my business. Get the hell out.
Wait a minute, you do.
You do your business there?
No, my bad. Business. I'm going to say business.
Oh, business, not business. I'm like, ooh, that's not. No, you do that at home. Thou shall not do business on foreign toilets.
Well, I don't know what you guys consider business, but yeah.
Well,
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pay the piper. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
Pay the piper.
Jeez.
Who the fuck says that?
Me?
Who the fuck says pay the piper?
Me?
Never mind. Never mind. Let's just
Come on.
focus.
Plug all-
Back to
if you want to plug all your stuff, your handles, your links, I definitely want to take you on. You're a beautiful person. Yes, I love that, you know, that you're doing your thing. So if you want to plug your stuff.
So like my real name is Daphne Hasso. That's where my Facebook is. I have an Instagram that is that as well. And then everything else I have, or in Snapchat, but all my professional stuff is all Felicity Greens. It's Twitter, Instagram, OnlyFans, soon to be Pornhub. Yeah.
nice.
Well, like I said, we want to thank you for coming on the show. Appreciate everything you're doing. You definitely need to come out with a shirt that says, "I'm
Chick with a
I'm a
dick.
chick."
Yeah, I'll start some kind of business out with that.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
You
have a
it was
safe
nice
day.
meeting you.
Right?
Stay safe
Yeah,
in
thanks
Arizona.
for coming on. Next time here at BS West, please let me know. I'll come
As
see
soon as
you.
that night starts up again, you'll see it all.
Yes, they have. Oh, by the way, they have brunch on Sundays now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know, right? Fun. Thank you for coming on. It was a pleasure meeting you. Good luck with
Nice meeting you.
everything.
Wish you the best.
Bye,
God
beautiful.
bless.
Bye-bye.
Love her.
So, I like I said, she's
really nice. Really
Not
nice.
great.
Yeah, I
Can
like
you
her.
Can you hear
I
me
can
okay?
Now you
Yeah.
can. Now I can.
I said she's a beautiful person. I think that's
Yeah.
odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You can just tell.
Let me take this.
I didn't know when I first clicked on her Twitter. I was like, whoa, oh, but yeah, I like her.
There's
I
a
mean,
nice, there's a nice new video up there too. Check it out.
Oh, I didn't see it. I will. I'll have to check it out.
Well, you know, like I said, she's young. She's 25. You know, she's experienced. You know, me, Tori, and definitely Alex is kind of close to our age. You didn't experience some of that stuff.
She's my son's age.
Right. You didn't experience some of that stuff because I mean, people can be cruel. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, for sure.
You know, they could be cruel. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, people can be cruel. People were nasty. I know when I was growing up, you know, some of that stuff people just didn't accept.
I mean, we use the F word, the G word.
Oh,
like
we
it,
don't.
like
We're not
more
allowed
than
to use
more
that in
than
my house.
more than
We
it
don't
was,
say
more
the
than
F
curse
word, the
words.
G word,
You know what I
and
mean?
we don't say retard. We don't say those things.
And I was watching, you know, like I said, I was watching the show and they said that word on there and I was like, oh my God, how the times have changed almost 25, almost 30 years ago. I'm like, wow. Like it was, you could say things, like you could get away with saying things like that. It was
and
crazy.
people are using something of someone who they are as an insult, and that in itself,
and don't even have no clue about what it's about.
Right. That in itself is just ignorant and disgusting. And
right.
And as she said, it's good to see that there's progress in the world. Now, you know, there, especially at a time where there's a lot that's going back.
There needs to be positivity for sure right now. And you know what? Obviously, we didn't, once again, social media wasn't, you know, I get so sick and tired of people saying, well, we didn't have social media, this and that, blah, blah, blah. We didn't have, you know, computers. I get that. But at the same time, does that mean we need to be cruel and fucking mean to each other? You know what I'm saying? Like why is that always an excuse? It's so
it's ego.
Irritating.
It's ego.
To me. So
it's people's ego, you know, it's their fear of the unknown.
Exactly.
It's their fear of change. And it's what they've been taught by bigot, homophobe, racist parents and
their surroundings, members. Everybody they're around and hang around and just, you know, it was definitely obviously a lot different.
You know, there's a lot of people that will tell you, and it's just mind-boggling to me that if they found out their child was gay or trans or whatever, that they would disown them.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't even imagine.
Right.
I just couldn't even imagine if my child came to me and said, this was my preference, or this is who I am, or not even came to me.
That
but
would make me want to love them
Felicity
even
said,
more.
or as, you know, I have family members and cousins who, as they start to come out and they grow into themselves, and friends that I have that, you know, their families are so graciously accepting and don't judge them. But I just couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, I mean, that would make you,
child.
wouldn't that make you want to love them?
Loving your child. Oh, so much.
And be there for them even more.
So much.
You know what I mean? Wouldn't that make you more afraid of them veering off somewhere in a dark place, bad place, you know?
Or having to hide it and sneak off.
Right.
And get hurt because they're expressing their sexuality to people who don't give a fuck about them.
They're not being themselves. Right. You
so
know, forced to act another way.
The world has becomes a statistic.
Yeah, the world has changed quite a bit. You know what I mean? So things. I'm glad.
Dark places.
I'm glad things are moving forward because.
And the good thing about all this is like, it's opened up so many other doors to make more money. So it's like,
right?
What the fuck? You don't like money? I mean,
listen,
you know, you don't have
we're
to.
all
like
human.
She said,
we're all human.
Right. Like she said, if you don't have blood, you know, you can follow me. Like we talk about on the podcast, and I've heard on many other podcasts. Hey, look, this is what we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna try to entertain you as much as possible.
Right.
And if you don't like your cup of tea, then you know, there's you don't have to listen. It's okay. Some
people like tea, but I'm whiskey. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll be all right. We're not going nowhere. We'll be here if you want to come back.
So Angie says that her son's dad said that if her son was to tell him the same, he would disown him. And she said, well, you know, isn't your love unconditional? And that's so, you know, there it is. There it is. You can't love.
Right. I wonder,
truly love. And how about this? One, you can't truly love and say that it's with conditions, right? You either love or you don't. And two, a lot of these people will say, well, that's not the Christian way, but you're not being a Christian or whatever you want to say.
Oh my goodness.
If you hate, because God don't hate nobody, whether you believe whatever you believe in, you just.
I had a Christian friend tell me that you know, that lives in Tennessee and all that, and the way they are over there, they're the fakest. They are the fakest Christians
I gotta tell
you
Mark
ever meet.
I should bring him on the show.
So you know, just to comment.
I gotta tell a marketer. Oh, he hung up.
Just to comment on that last comment though.
Damn. Yeah.
I was gonna say on the last comment, like I wonder how that was Angie's husband.
Her son's father.
Okay, so I wonder how he would feel if his father told him that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just throwing it out there.
This is the thing. People like that.
So you're willing to crush your child.
People like him think that it's a choice. They don't think that you could actually be born that way. So in his head, I got to tell a marketer too. These people are on it today. So they on it. They're right. They want to tell me about my warranty I don't have.
Beat it, you piece of monkey crap.
As I was saying, is people like that don't believe that it could, you know, you said, what if his dad told him that? Well, in his head, he's like, well, that couldn't happen to me because I wouldn't choose that.
Guess again.
But you don't choose to be that. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there, and I've met some who are fair weather gays or fair weather, you know, whatever, sexuality, where at one point, you know, at one point they're trisexual. They're going to try it. But in the sense of, if you truly are, you're born the way you're born is the way you're born. So you don't choose to be that way. It is what it is. And Angie said, no, not a husband. She dodged that bullet.
Good for you.
Okay, I'm like the Matrix at dodging bullets. Shit. Give him a swerve. Choo, choo, choo. I'm just saying. Ask about me. Swerve queen.
Ask about me.
I'm the swerve queen.
Damn, DJ Swerve.
On the ones and twos.
I love you, Tori. You're funny too.
On the ones and twos.
Oh,
That's
shit.
why on Friday nights I'm taking a bubble bath on Amazon.
Damn, right. That's funny as hell. It sounds so relaxing.
It is. Listen, if I, with everything that's been going on in my life, I couldn't even imagine having extra drama and another person I have to all that like
baggage.
Yeah. You know, like, I mean, if I could find a me, that would be perfect. But that's
I love that. Damn, I
It
love
is what
that.
it
That's a
is.
shirt right there too. If I could find another me.
I need a me.
If I could find
need
a me.
me.
I love
You know?
me some me.
Yeah,
Like
someone
T.O.
that like loves attention and affection, but leave me the
T.O.,
fuck
I
alone. If
love
you
me
can
some
find
me.
that middle ground, it's
Yep.
golden.
I'm getting
Tell
there
me I'm
myself.
pretty every day, but leave me alone.
I'm getting there myself. Getting there myself.
It is what it is.
Maybe I need more.
I don't know.
Maybe I need one more visit to the Chi-Chi bar, and
To the Chi-Chi bar?
I'll find that.
Listen,
person
not
within
that
me.
one. Don't find
Oh,
that.
I
Nope,
know.
not
I don't
that.
like
I'm gonna
going-
need you to. Hey, listen.
I've been to all of them.
I mean, up until the pandemic, I was working at one, but
Right.
now
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want.
Tubies wasn't that bad.
No, I actually thought that was like
got a lot of good-
entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they always had a lot of beautiful women in there for sure. You know, been to a couple other ones for
Listen,
bachelor
at least it
parties
wasn't
and-
Henry's.
Hey, I've been look.
What?
Listen. The one, oh gosh,
I got to tell you this story because this is more
Henry's,
exciting.
I think you find a girl with a
man.
peg leg there.
And
I can't tell the
that's
story.
funny because I just drove past there not long ago, and I think the story you're about to tell is the one that I was thinking about. But go ahead.
For Henry's.
So I got a little exciting story than the one Alex had. The guy's looking at him. He's winking his eyes, and
I told you there was nothing there, but you kept trying to force me to tell him.
I was thinking about.
I was there at 3:30 p.m.
No, but I was thinking about the desperado. I was thinking about the desperado story. The bartender, you know, where the guy tells the story. He's like,
"Yeah,
I bet you $500 that I can in a cup."
Great scene, right
there. And the bartender says, "You bet me $500 that I could piss in the cup over there and not one drop over there." And then he's looking at the looking at the bartender, looking at the cup, looking at the bar. So that was the kind of story that I was thought Alex was trying to tell.
Yeah, no.
Looking at him, he's looking at.
He was there at 3:30 in the afternoon. There's no action going on like that.
Yeah, there was no action.
That was old man.
Yeah.
I was in
the day shift. The day shift has already found their victims, and the night shift hasn't come in yet.
I mean,
so
I stayed there till about 7:30, but then I was in. And then
what
I was
time does their
in,
shifts change? 6 or 7?
I'm
not
sure.
I'm in the VIP.
They don't do a call. They don't do a crowd call.
Cattle call? Were doing it. I mean, like I said, I was visiting.
I call it a cattle call.
I wasn't paying too much attention. I don't know.
Maybe it's the roundup or whatever. But I call it the cattle call because
I'm in the VIP with this girl, and you know we doing our thing, and then we come back, and I'm sitting at the table. It's me, and I call this guy. Alex knows his name, but he's behind penitentiary right now. But we call him Long Neck Ray. It's me, the stripper. She's got some.
Okay, I wasn't there that day. Good.
Yeah, you were.
Continue. No, I wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know. She's got some like.
No, I wasn't.
Triple. She's got some big tits.
Anyways.
Everything's fake, and it's me, this girl, Long Neck Ray, Alex, and she's got.
I was not there, but go ahead, man.
You are there. You are there. And
you're there now.
You're there. Trust me, you're there.
And
she's got this necklace around her neck, and it's got a knife. And you know, Ray's like telling me, he's like, "Can we go already?" You know, because a lot of times if you go with guys, they don't have money or they don't have money to dance. They want to just go. They're like, you know what I mean?
They don't have money.
I don't have no money for fucking strippers. I'm not paying $10 for a fucking Corona. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Or the guys that don't want dances. There's guys that got money that don't want dances. They sit at the bar and visit me.
Yeah, well,
and give me all their money.
That's me. That's what
that I end up going with, right? So they're like, let's go. You're always in the fucking VIP room getting your fucking whatever. And
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, the girl looks over at Ray, like gives him the fucking evil stare, right? She pulls this little fucking necklace that's got a little dagger on it and puts it to his throat and says, "You're not taking him anywhere." Like,
wow.
Oh my God.
Shut up.
I do not remember that at all.
Oh, she's crazy.
Pretty funny.
She was like, you ain't fucking with my money.
Yeah, you ain't fucking with my money. And then if Alex or I'm talking about something.
I really don't. I wasn't there, but okay. No, I don't remember that, bro.
You know what though? I mean, I think the knife is a little extreme.
I do not remember that at all.
But
it's like this big. It's not.
You know what that was for, right, Tori? You know what that knife was for, right? It was on a chain.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
A little bit of booger sugar, probably. I mean, I don't know. Come on.
Sugar.
Well, she could have just used her nails for that.
Anyway, so she basically pulls it out or whatever. Ray goes, you know, I'm gonna sock you in the face, right?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. He threatened to hit her. I just seen a bitch get hit. Yeah.
Wow.
At the stage.
Oh my
Ray's
God.
face, you know, Ray's face was like, you know, like this bitch did not just fucking pull a little knife.
He's like, not today, ho, not today.
So
I've seen a girl get hit recently. Yeah. I've seen a girl get hit recently.
Wow.
Oh, what?
So I got to sit there and try to tell him, you know, okay, let's go, bro. Let's go. We're taking off. He's like, yeah, because I'm going to fuck this bitch up.
I mean, you were spending money, right?
Right.
Were you about to leave? And that's why she tried to play that little game?
I don't know if I was about to leave.
I'm not condoning the little dagger, but listen, I see it both ways, right? So I'm not condoning the dagger, maybe, but not
the dagger.
but when you're making money and this is what you're doing, this is your job, right? Like I have guys that'll come up to the bar, leave the bartender alone. What?
Right,
no, don't leave the bartender alone. I'm making money. You can't
handle my own. Right.
Or you know what I hate as a bartender? The dancers who know I have regulars, right? Who know that they don't get dances but spend bread, like throw money on me because you don't have to hand it to me. You can throw it on me. I'm okay with that. So they're throwing money on me and they want to come up and go, hey, Tori, do you care? Get a dance. And they will clearly tell her, I'm here to see her. And they'll say, well, you don't mind, do you, Tori? Bitch, I'm gonna need you to go over there and take care of the 200 other people.
That's that are like you going during a dance and be like, hey, do you need a drink?
Like our last guest said, get up off my money bag. I'm gonna need you to back the fuck up.
Right.
Need you to back
yeah, like that's so I don't know. It's
well,
I might pull a knife on one of those hoes if I had one hanging from my neck. Like, listen,
messing your business up though, for real. There's timing.
Yeah. Well, he's told you stop. Don't try to look at me and say, "Well, you don't care, do you?"
There's all kinds of men in here.
So you think I want him to give you that $50 instead of me? Come on now.
Right.
No, I do care. I'm like, don't.
I mean, like I said, you should have seen
the look.
Face. Alex knows face. Ray makes like.
Yeah, I just give the look. I'm like.
Yeah, he makes like that kind of face, like motherfucker. I wish you would, but yeah. So, anyway,
about my business.
Funny story at Subies. But so the game is tomorrow. It's getting closer. I think Vegas has got 3. They got Chiefs by 3.
Yeah.
That ain't.
Did you take any? I know you said you took some squares. What did you put down on the squares, Alex? Who'd you got? Did you buy?
I bought it. No, I bought a couple 5s, couple 10s, couple 20s.
Yeah. So what's the most you can win? You know?
It just depends. I mean, I think the 5s are like 150 a quarter, the 10s are 300 a quarter, and the 20s are 500, maybe more. I haven't played in so long, so I
bet on a website.
You know. Oh,
where'd he go?
I don't know. You got a call or something.
I bet on a website where it's, I don't know, I gotta look up the thing, but you join their, you make an account. Yeah, we hear you. You make an account with them, and then it's a 50-50 chance. So you pick a team, and if your team wins, you win $250.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
My fault.
So hopefully.
So she bet it on a website, and you win $250. So I know, Jason, Alex, you said a friend of yours or someone you know forever. He put a couple grand, and he's got in what? What'd you say? 30 grand?
No, he paid $3,000 for a football square.
Right.
And they do it between 9 people.
Right.
The payout is $27,000.
And that's not bad.
They keep it between themselves. I was blown away by that yesterday. He looked over at, his I don't know, his family owns the store forever, so like he didn't want nobody to hear. He was like, because I asked him, I was like,
right, because people will talk shit.
I was like, did you because I was printing out my papers over there, and then I asked him, do you play squares? And he was just looking around. He was like, I bought one. I was like, how much is it? I said, the way you said that, it must have been about $1,000. He was like, it was three grand. I was like, whoa, but if you're keeping it up between yourself, that's pretty cool, man. I mean, Jesus.
I mean, that's cool, man.
And he told me about how last year it was Kansas City and who did they play? I just thought about this yesterday, but he didn't need, he had 1-1, so one of the other team kicked the field goal and he lost. I was like, oh my god,
that sucks.
That's all about getting kicked in the pills.
What are you guys going to watch it anywhere?
I'm just going to a friend's, watch a little bit, and then I'm coming back home, and I gotta work, so I'm not. If it ain't the Lions, I'm not waking up hungover, tired, or nothing. Right. So I'm just gonna have my early fun. I'm gonna
go out and get just a little bit of food for me and Dom tomorrow, and just stay at the house.
Cool.
Should be a good game though. I'm excited to watch it, and I just hope I hit on my squares. That's all.
Yeah, the thing that I did was it was 50-50. So you pick a team, and if your team wins, you win the money. So I did one, Dom did the other. So either way, we still win.
What app was that? Yeah, I mean, and they got live betting here in Michigan now. So I just haven't dove into it.
I'll send you the link because I can't remember the name.
Sorry. Send me the link.
I'll send it to you.
Like, I'm on Fox Sports, the Fox Bet, but I haven't.
You have to join their thing. It's $10 to join.
Okay. They give you anything? Do they give you like any perks for signing up or no?
Honestly, I just signed up to win.
Okay.
I just signed up to win. I won't continue to bet most likely because it's just not my thing.
One-time thing.
But it was, if you pick, if your team wins, you win. So I picked one team and Dom picked the other team. So one of us is gonna win, and we're just gonna split the money.
Hell yeah! See, that's smart.
That's what we did. So you guys can do the same.
Maybe next year we can chip in.
Yeah.
Together and shit.
So yeah.
So I got we'll jump over to basketball. Then we're not gonna have a long show today, but because I know we covered a lot of stuff on Wednesday, but I'll bring up the Pistons fell to the Suns last night. Yeah. But that was the first time they met since with Chris Paul's accusation, or the first time that they faced Chris Paul being a Sun. So I'll bring it up.
He might hurt you. He might miss some shots, but he's going to chase down stuff. And you got to be ready to fight him.
Lean inside. Get the finish and the foul. Cam going to work in the paint.
Cam as a shooter, but I also view him as a guy with his size. He's got that sneaky athleticism that he can have progression to his offense. And this is what I'm talking about.
So Pistons are 5-17 now. So how many games do you think they win, Alex? Because I don't see them winning much.
We said 5 and.
They're 5-17 now. They play tonight. They play late.
I would like to take a bet with somebody. I would bet that they will win. I'll make a bet with somebody that they'll win 20 games.
Yeah, in 2021 games. Yeah.
My luck to win 19, but
right.
No, man, I don't know, man. I just want them to keep, like I said, getting their ass beat so they can just learn. I mean, there's a lot of good there's a lot of good coming out of it. You know what I mean? A lot of players like Stewart playing good defense. Like the players are growing. They're just not growing as fast as fans probably want them to, and that's the way it's just gonna be once again for the next couple of years. So
yeah,
it is what it is, man. It's
growing pains.
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. Same thing with the wings. Same thing with the wings.
Right.
Jesus, I got my radio on 97.1 pretty much 24/7, and I'm walking down the stairs and I hear the Red Wings score. The Red Wings lose. I was like, oh my God. Yep. So I mean,
yeah.
That's
another team.
Call Kirk Cameron. Growing pains, man.
Growing.
I used to love him.
Did you?
I did. I did. Just showed my age.
Yeah, the Red Wings.
I love your sister. DJ.
So done. DJ.
She was actually real quick. She was on Instagram.
Yeah.
And she tagged like Mario Lopez and Mark Paul Gosselaar to play Zach. And I guess I don't know where the question came from. I don't know if fans were asking her. Really, I didn't. But they were like asking her like, who would she date? Would it be AC Slater or Zach?
Oh my God!
And she did a video on it, and she was like, "Well." She talked. I watched about 5 minutes of it.
That's a hard pick.
And she was talking about her boyfriend on Full House, how he was a wrestler.
Yeah.
And she was like, so I guess I would have to go with AC Slater.
Slater.
Since he was a wrestler.
Listen, Mario Lopez, that shit now.
I thought it was so funny. Though, but yeah.
He had longevity.
Right. My daughter actually said the other day, she was like, he didn't age well. And I was like, really? You don't think so?
I think he did.
I was like, it's a lot of makeup or what? A lot of powder makeup? She was like, probably. And I was like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I was like, I know the ladies love his dimples, so as long as those don't go away, he'll be all good.
Yeah.
He's got my cheek. So the Red Wings again fell. They're 2-8-2 and moving on into the NHL. I'll play some highlights.
What's the record again?
2-8-2.
Okay, I didn't catch the 2. I thought you said 8-2. I was like, damn, they won all those games. What a horrible, nasty record. 8-2. Lottery number. Right between the legs.
So they get their ass kicked by the light. So
yeah.
Tough. I know something that we didn't bring up, and I know Alex posted it on Black History Month started. So pretty exciting. I mean, we didn't really talk about it, but I know Alex, you posted stuff. What was this you posted about Black History Month?
Let me go to it real quick. I was just getting some love. Somebody that subscribed to our channel.
Thank you.
Wanted us to do the same, so I was trying to do that. But let me see. I have it. I have everything on my phone, and I don't have it on my iPad. So okay. So I'll read it. Yeah, I said word on the street would like to pay honor during Black History Month to Sarah Boone, who was born 1832. Died in 1904. She was an American inventor who on April 26, 1892, obtained United States patent number for her improvements to the ironing board. She invented the ironing board. Boone's ironing board was designed to improve the quality of ironing sleeves and the bodies of women's garments. The board was very narrow, curved, and made of wood. The shape and structure allowed it to fit a sleeve, and it was reversible, so one could iron both sides of the sleeve. Along with Miriam Benjamin, Ellen Eglin and Sarah Good. Boone was one of 4 African American women inventors of her time who developed new technology for the home that stood the test of time. So yeah, I mean, she created the ironing board, man. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I just thought that was pretty
awesome.
Cool. So, and I'll continue to share. I'll continue to share. You know, maybe a couple posts a week, on different women, mainly women. I like I like showing
women?
love to all the women. You know, they are the rulers of the world now, in my opinion, taking things over.
Rulers.
So
yeah, we're kind of a big deal.
For sure. For sure, you are, and keep things organized. Like I said, keep things organized and a lot more trustworthy, in my opinion. So,
damn.
Well, that might be on a 50-50, but
so Cardi B does the silhouette challenge and she crushes it. So she still got her stripper skills.
She does.
I love that song.
And why is everybody using Odie? I love it. I'm just saying. That's awesome. Okay, so she's taking the same song.
It's the song. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They didn't do that silhouette challenge and send it to me.
Right. Everybody's using the same song?
Yeah. It's the song for the challenge.
Yeah.
I ain't been on a pole in years, man. That's I could feel not that kind of but I could feel my triceps watching that.
Right.
I wish my ceilings weren't so tall here. I would put one in the house.
Oh man.
Oh wow. Did you see Marilyn Manson?
It's great fitness. It's a great workout.
Tori, did you see Marilyn Manson had a welfare check?
What?
Wait, what?
Marilyn?
No, I saw an article about him.
Yeah, the cops had
him abusing that girl, but
oh wow.
Yeah, days after allegations of abuse. Yeah, they had to
I saw the abuse, but I didn't see nothing about no welfare check.
Yeah, they had to go over there and check on him, I guess. So
damn.
You know, I don't think
what was the outcome?
Let me bring up the
article. What that tells me right there, that's his guilt.
Right.
Because she said some pretty harsh allegations and detailed things that said he did to her, and so he's probably getting a lot of backlash, a lot of threatening.
There's
contact and
years before sexual abuse allegations. This was an hour ago.
Oh wow. Okay.
So he's probably feeling the heat, and
see his manager dropped him. So and I'm sure that they've been together for a very long time, right?
Time.
So that says a whole bunch right there.
Yeah.
Well, nobody wants to be involved with somebody that has allegations like that.
Yeah, right. Of course.
Yeah, he's going through some. So so I don't know. Kind of weird. I always thought he was a weird cat, but I don't know. I know people loved him, but I don't know.
I mean,
oh man, he for his time, man, he was he was a huge deal.
Yeah, the stuff that she said about him, and I'm not saying it's her fault at all, but why did she? I mean, I guess when you stick around, but when you're being abused, I guess didn't she say he groomed her?
Oh my God.
I can play this real quick. Hold on. You guys want to stay on the subject real quick?
That just sounds...
Your mom said she sent you the link.
Yes, Mom. Yes, that's the link.
Hi, Mom.
Hey.
So I mute the commercial here. Sorry. That guy's talking about energy solar estimate.
He looks happy about that light.
Okay.
Or whatever he's
called. Because you couldn't even look me in the eye. You were so drunk. No, let's not assume this is written about me. Don't be prejudiced. I won't be racist. I hope your show especially fails. You know, it's starting to sound like me a little bit, but I hope you trick every dumb girl into thinking they got the gold ticket. Do I need to read the rest? Third game of 7-day beach.
I don't know. Still
What was he reading?
Some letter that she wrote.
Wow. That's weird.
No, it's what narcissists do. Like, I mean,
Right. Yeah.
you know.
For sure.
So
She's so beautiful, man. His that was I didn't know he was married there. Like I never knew that. Like wow.
Oh, Connie's got a good topic. What do you guys think about the T.I. and Tiny allegations?
I'm trying to bring that up. Let me see. Where is that?
I think it's bullshit.
Well, let me see. Where is that? I saw
publicity stunt or what?
I think it's bullshit. They had allegations of sexual abuse and I guess in so many words, trafficking this girl and other women supposedly they're calling them victims, have said they're coming forward. Sounds to me like they participated in extracurricular activities in their bedroom with certain females. And this female, that in particular that started it all, they've had problems with her for years. And she is trying to get a check because if you do the background on her, this woman, you know, she's saying that they did these things to her and treated her a certain way. And, you know, it goes deeper. But the girl still wanted them, you know, Tip to mentor her child. So Tiny put out a statement on Instagram saying, you know, basically calling this bitch out. And then Tip, he also did a clip. And he was like, I'm not keeping quiet. I'm not keeping quiet. And there are people out here that should be able to come forward and when they're abused and women, but this isn't what that is.
He said today, he said hashtag not today, Satan.
Not today. Not today. And honestly, just from knowing, okay, so I know, well known fact, I know Tiny personally. When Zach was receiving stem cell injections, we went to the Dominican and I met her there. And that's where we started to, her father at the time, her daddy was getting them. And so him and Zach had the same doctor. So when we would go, she would be there. When I tell you this woman is so compassionate, so caring, so loving, so
you
giving.
can see that too.
Listen, Zachary wanted to sit on a cabana across the beach. It was the only one open in a wheelchair. This woman at 4'11" helped me drag the wheelchair across the beach in the sand to get Zach on this cabana. Every time we go, she hung out with us. We're spending days with her. Before she left, we went to the beach, and that day she was leaving, she had the concierge open our door and write Zach a love letter and leave it on his table before we left. Like, this is the kind of mom she is and woman she is. So sexually, I couldn't see her abusing another woman. Yeah, maybe they were whatever, they were partying. Maybe there could have been drugs involved. I don't know, not my business. Could have been alcohol, obviously alcohol, whatever fantasy land they're doing. But I just don't see it. And then knowing Tip, like he's personal friends with, you know, a friend, family member of mine, Trick, who was, you know, at the day of Zach's funeral. They're texting. Like, I know these people from, you know, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. They trying to collect a check, and like you said,
wait a minute.
Satan. Not today, Satan.
Like, where do they find the time for that shit anyways?
Well,
he just started his podcast. I'm just saying, as far as I follow him, he's a very busy man. So I mean, people can make time for anything.
Hang on,
but
Drake wants to know.
Fucking bullshit.
Okay, it is, you know, and when you have people,
I agree,
especially like this woman, right? Now I think she's been brought into their bedroom, their home, their circle,
allegedly brought into it.
No, they have history together.
Okay.
she's not just a call girl or an escort.
She's a friend. She was a friend.
She was a friend.
Okay.
So now she's brought into that, and she's seeing what they have and what she doesn't have and what she wants.
Right.
And when people are envious of others and their fame and the
They'll
things,
do whatever it takes.
they will say and do whatever it takes. And maybe, obviously, there might be, maybe they had an argument. Maybe she expected more from them, and they didn't give her more of what she wanted.
Might have been an agreement or something, right?
It could have been an agreement. It could have been she was supposed to put me on. She was supposed to sign my kid to a deal. I don't know. You know, and she got salty about something, was like, oh, I'm gonna get mine. So
yeah,
I think it's bullshit.
Yeah. No,
I think
agree
it's all
with
bullshit. And fucking bullshit.
Bullshit.
And now with this alleged more victims, they're calling them victims, whatever. And I'm not saying people who are a victim of sexual harassment, they should come forward. I'm not saying they're not victims. I'm not saying that. But these alleged other women and people that are now magically coming forward, they, and T.I. and Tiny have had their business all in the streets.
Oh yeah.
For years. But now all of a sudden,
when the show started, I did. It said your number was disconnected. No, dude, man, I'm sorry. He wanted to call in the show. But you know what? You should have got a notification.
Listen, you got to set an alarm. You got to set an alarm like we do. Shit, I hit snooze 5 times on Saturday.
I got 3 alarms set for work and for today.
Okay. I'm like, I be doing my hair the night before just so I can sleep a little longer.
Hey, you was sleeping like Nia Long and shit.
I'm flat ironing my hair at 3 a.m. so I can sit up. So I can get up right at 8:30.
I know you were
You're like this.
Republic, but did you see the story about Jamaica? They're running low on marijuana.
What?
They smoked it all. That's why.
This isn't national news, are they?
Yeah, it says Jamaica running low on marijuana. No weed, no cry.
Damn, no more in the drawers, at the hotels.
Where'd you get this source from?
He says I don't want to call in. I wanted to.
Did you get that from the British?
Right. I have a friend who has a collective there. He lives in Michigan, and he now has a collective and grows in Jamaica.
Yeah, he says no, running low on
pretty cool.
On ganja, man.
Mota.
Pretty cool.
Oh no, that's Mexico. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What they're saying is that because of COVID, they're having a weed shortage. So.
Wait.
Good to know.
They can't. I'm confused.
They can't go. So it says Jamaica experienced another unfortunate effect of both climate change, COVID-19. There's a severe weed shortage, mostly affecting Caribbean nations.
What does that are they growing it out of people's bodies? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Right. I could see a shortage of purchasing, maybe.
Right. I don't know. After last year's hurricane season, wrecked marijuana's fields.
Hurricane season was over.
Oh, okay. So the weather conditions.
You ever seen Pineapple Express?
COVID doesn't affect many times. So COVID doesn't affect the weather.
I don't know. That's what they said.
Hey, so, like Tom Hanks said in the movie Big.
I think whoever wrote that article smoked all the weed and got it confused.
Right.
All the weed.
Yeah.
They smoked the good shit and got it confused.
Right.
So I think
it's the bag, baby.
Hey,
I think it's been a year and a little bit that Kobe's passing. They finally released the article because his wife really made a statement. She's been trying to deal with the grief part, but they finally made a statement from the helicopter company, and they finally announced that it wasn't pilot problems. It wasn't, this or that. It was engine failure. So they finally released the report.
It was engine failure?
It was nobody's fault. It was damn engine failure.
Yeah.
So what they were at first, everybody was speculating that the fog.
Yeah.
That the pilot couldn't see.
I thought they said engine failure from the very beginning, but it just wasn't official.
Yeah, it's been just over a year. I was last year I was on a cruise at this time. Well, the past week. And the first day on the cruise is when it happened. And so we were all sitting in, you know, they do like, when you go on a cruise, they do like, what's the word? Like an introduction in the auditorium kind of thing, you know? And then it happened and everybody was just like,
wow, right.
Yeah, nobody could even really focus on what was happening there because it just hit everybody's phone. You've seen everybody on their phone.
Yeah, I actually woke up and a friend that I was talking to at the time told me I think Kobe Bryant died, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
and I was just like, so first thing I did
in Florida.
First thing I did was get up, turn it on. I was like, well, she was like, I'm not sure if it's true or not. I was like, well, I went on my Twitter and I turned on the radio. And as soon as I turned on the radio,
it was everywhere.
Within 5 seconds, I turned right on to a breaking news. And I was,
you know, but him, his daughter, the coaches, the friends, the other families,
right?
Just not just him, but the other families.
Oh yeah, everyone. I mean, there was a lot of kids on there, so
it wouldn't be a weed shortage if people get off their mama's couch.
Growing weed is a job. Oh, smoking it is what he's saying.
Yeah. But well, I mean, I'm glad they finally released that it was an engine problem. You know what I mean? So it wasn't pilot failure. So I think his wife, you know, she finally made a statement not too long ago, maybe about a couple weeks ago. And we didn't talk about it, but she finally, you know, made her first Instagram statement, and she was just saying that it's so hard dealing with, and you know, it's difficult. You know, it is so difficult.
So hard. It's the hardest thing you'll ever have to do. Losing a child. I couldn't even imagine losing a child and my husband.
Right.
Losing a child alone is just unfathomable. And then being in the public eye.
Right.
You know,
that would have been, oh my God.
Having to make posts or you know, just being on Instagram. Like I haven't posted on my Instagram since Zach passed. I just I can't. My Instagram was always, it's just funny memes, things that, you know, could offend people, like for laughs. And how do you post funny things when you're not happy or being funny? You know, it's not, it's just, you know, to you, it's kind of an insult to yourself, you know, in a sense, like you still want to make people laugh and feel good, but if you can't yourself at that moment, you need time to.
And you know what? And that's the thing, because I follow her, Vanessa Bryant.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I was like, what a strong woman, because she's enjoying her life. She's having a blast with her kids, because she has to be that.
She has
strong. So
she has to.
It doesn't mean it ain't never. It ain't. Once again, like a friend told me, they lost his father.
It'll never go away.
He said, Alex, it's never gonna go away. You're just gonna learn how to deal with it one day at a time, man.
Every day.
It's just the way it is. And I actually, I kind of thought about my father last night. It was a rough night for me last night, and you know, you deal with it how we deal with it, however we deal with it. You know, sometimes, you know, sometimes I like to share stuff. Sometimes I don't.
Now imagine having the world in your business too while you're trying to deal with it and figure out, navigate through the pain and have your private moments where you're breaking down and you have
with
people taking pictures of you.
And then they gotta, you know, your children are gonna have to kind of go through it, maybe, hopefully not as hard.
They will for the rest of their lives. They lost their father and their sibling.
But I believe I believe the legacy and all the love and everything and all the support she gets and that they have will override that. So just keep remembering them.
Keeps their memory alive.
Right. So Dustin Diamond is going to be cremated. His ashes are going to his dad and his girlfriend. I didn't know he had a girlfriend.
Yeah, he had a girlfriend.
She was one of the two that was actually by his side when he passed. So.
Yeah, she had a girlfriend. Very supportive girlfriend, from what I've read.
Yeah, me too. Yo, I thought that was really awesome.
Yeah.
So did you guys catch that country star Morgan Wallen that made those slurs, and his record label dropped him, and then he apologized for racial slurs? Did you see that?
I caught wind of it, but I didn't actually like see what he said. I think it was just like a ass backwards apology or something kind of thing.
Yeah. I didn't even know who Morgan Wallen was. I was like, who?
Yeah, I saw the apology part. I didn't know what was going on until then.
Yeah, he's a country singer, but man, he got dropped from his label like fucking.
Damn, really?
Same, just like Marilyn Manson. Nobody wants to be part of that bullshit. Let's move forward. We just had 4 years of that. Why are we going to continue doing this ignorant ass bullshit?
For sure.
Like, no, but we don't have to.
Watch your P's and Q's, buddy.
Shit.
Fucking bullshit. That's the theme today.
Yeah,
we got to get some.
About,
we got to get some rock snippets on there, man. Piece of monkey crap.
How about the what's his name now? I can't remember the football player from the Seahawks.
Colin Kaepernick. Oh
no, the one that beat his girlfriend.
Oh,
God, yeah. Did he plead not guilty?
Yeah. That was insanity. First thing I thought was
that's what I thought too.
Insanity. He's just gonna,
oh my goodness. And again,
what a joke.
He, the CTE, and he has brain issues.
I don't think he'll beat it though. I think he'll still lose.
Honestly, I think that he will. The only way he's going to, and I don't think even beat it is the term, because I still think he's going to catch backlash. He already has, and he's going to still suffer from that.
For sure.
Is if the only way he's going to be semi-forgiven, maybe that's the term, semi-forgiven, is if he publicly gets help for the brain trauma that's the route he's going to go with, is the brain trauma, which I'm not calling the brain trauma something fake, because I wholeheartedly, being a football mom and knowing just how those things work, and watching all the other stories and the background of, players who have suffered from this real condition. I definitely believe that that's the only way he's going to get any type of forgiveness or, beating this and overcoming it, is if he does publicly get help for that.
And isn't it kind of like funny that, all the talk about, the NFL made such a big deal out of that, which rightfully so. It kind of just like went away again.
It did.
What I mean?
It did. And it went away crazy. Because that entity brings in a lot of money.
Oh yeah, of course.
So we're going to talk about it, but we're going to take the spotlight. We're going to put it on the back shelf until another player snaps and another person dies.
And there was
almost dies.
There was a wrestler, and I forgot his name because he was like a real brief. But I don't know. If
I can't remember his name now, and I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, he had the blonde hair.
Didn't he kill his family?
Fit guy. No, not Chris Benoit.
No,
this guy was. He used to come out and he used to wear a Harvard coat. He actually went to Harvard. He was a graduate, and his name was Chris something. Chris something. My whole point is he left WWE. He was the one that brought that. So was it called CTE or whatever?
Yeah.
He's the one that brought. He went into that type of
the awareness.
And he that's what he went to school for. So he went into the NFL. He was all part of that. And I'll get it. I think his name was Chris Masterson. or something like that.
Oh yeah, Chris Masterson. Yeah.
He was a Harvard graduate. He's the one that brought that to light.
I couldn't remember his name, but I remember the jacket that he wore.
He's the one that, he had the short blonde hair.
I mean, it's science. You can't deny the brain. If you look at the brain scans and you look even when they took the brain scan of what's the guy's name that was in prison? Now I can't remember his name. The one that committed. Yep. When they took him after for the autopsy, they looked at his brain. I mean, just immense amount of difference and evidence that this is what happened, and it doesn't condone it, but to ignore it is like basically ignoring a severe, life-threatening, not only to you but other people's mental condition. But we're not supposed to talk about mental health because everybody can control that. Supposedly, it's such a look at other countries. Look at other countries and how they address mental health. Completely different from the U.S. And their ego is put to the side, and it's a strength and not a weakness to address it. Here, it's complete opposite, and it's sad. And what happened to that girl?
For sure. And you know, I didn't start dealing, and I'll talk about it a little bit. I didn't start dealing with, like, I had a hernia when I was like 10 years old. Other than that, I'm healthy as hell.
Right.
But high blood pressure runs in my family.
Was that growing?
Say it again.
Stomach or you're growing?
Oh my God.
Anyways, trying to touch on
no, but when
subject,
you're physically healthy your whole life, and then you have mental things helping,
right?
You know, or I mean, mental things happening. You then you don't want to address it because you're like, okay, well, maybe I'm just moody, or maybe I'm just being emotional, or people,
maybe
you're overreacting, you're overreacting,
right.
or you know, so.
Right.
It should be a given. I think everybody should, honestly, I think it should be mandatory that everybody receives mental health, and it should be a free service for people.
Just like a vaccination.
And my godson sees me and he says, "Hi, Tori. Hi, Tori.
Flu shot.
Hi,
Georgie. Oh, that's awesome.
Love you."
This was what Morgan Wallen, his sister, said, that everybody's being a little too harsh on him. She said he's a good guy, but this is what he said, and I'll put able to find
Christopher Nowitzki. That was his name. Sorry, I'm sorry. I found it.
Hey, actually, hey, y'all too. Hey, take care of this pussy ass motherfucker. Hey, Grizzly, take care of this pussy ass.
Oh. That was the country? That was the country guy?
Yeah, so his sister said everybody's being too hard on him. He's a good guy, blah, 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 blah.
What was that we were supposed to watch? What was that?
It was
car inside his house.
He was a pussy. He said he's pussy ass nigger, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oof.
So.
And you know what? Well, since it's Black History Month, I mean, we'll say this for next Saturday or Wednesday, whatever you guys want to do. But I know it's a touchy subject, but it's something that I wanted to talk about, using the N-word.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about it.
All right, we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, for sure. I really want to dive into that and talk about it.
Gotta get a haircut. Gotta get a haircut.
No, I'm actually not going.
Oh, okay.
No.
Cut my own shit.
I made a quick show and stuff, so it's a beautiful day in sunny Arizona. So.
And you gotta tell all my business what I'm gonna do after the show, man.
Don't be
That's what social.
Why
media
you gotta tell my business?
That's what social. Right. That's what social media is for.
Right. Okay. Now I ain't got nothing to post about.
I know you're gonna go get some more White
business.
Castles after we get off the show, but I'm gonna tell you.
What are you bringing me for lunch today, Drake? No.
More White Castles.
Listen, I can't have White Castles twice in 1 week. Are you kidding me? Listen, it's hard enough to survive one White Castle.
Your poor son.
Mom's just shooting all over the house.
I wasn't, but my side hurt. Like my side hurt. I was like,
side hurt.
Yeah, I don't know. That's probably where the gas bubble was. I don't know. I wasn't farting or nothing.
That's because you didn't take the pickles off. Damn, you gotta take the pickles. I don't know. I'm just talking.
No,
shit.
I don't know. I was just like, no. I will say this though. So there is a a definite difference between. Let's talk about this: White Castle in Scottsdale and White Castle in Michigan.
Right. What's the difference, please?
So they're healthy. Dominic, listen, this is like this is probably the 5th time we've had him here.
Okay.
And as soon as Dom eats it, he goes, God, this fucking burger, I really feel like I'm eating something healthy every time I eat one. There's no grease. There's no grease on them. They're dry. Yeah, they're not dry like gross
I know what
dry,
you mean, though.
but they don't have the signature White Castle grease to it. Right. Like the bun doesn't have a little grease on the inside, where it's like, like it's stained a little brown.
No, I know.
That's not these ones. So you actually think you're eating something healthy. So when you're eating them, they're good until like 2 hours later. And I'm like, oh, they're not healthy. The fucking side is killing me.
I'm like chicken rings.
I'm like, ooh. this hurts. No, the chicken rings are good. It's the burger.
Yeah,
I mean, they're delicious. Don't get me wrong. If you go get some, I'll take some. But
that's so funny,
right? And my mom goes, "Stop bringing them White Castles. Your pop was all night. He was farting in the cupboard. Right. He was farting all night." She was like, "I was like, yeah." He was
like, "Dang, man." Right.
Yeah, the White Castles don't fuck around. They have my whole side hurting. I was like, "Oh, my titty feels heavy on this side." This is a lot. Because it was like right under there. It was a lot. So, you know, they were heavy.
Right. Let me get 10 White Castle and a Diet Coke. Man.
Right. No, but they don't. They're good. They're the same, but they're not. Like, you know. And I think my son had a good point. He said their grill isn't seasoned like back home, where the grease just in there. You know, like there's a different seasoning.
So nasty. That sounds so gross right now.
It is what it is. Come on, we've all had it where we're like, oh, White Castle would sound so fucking good. Yeah, they were delicious.
I'll just go get some tailway.
Man,
you want grease?
Here.
I'll show you grease. Some tailway.
I wish we had a tailway here.
Those are like, oh my, those are like you get those like once every 10 years.
There was a place we passed the other day, and Dom was like, "Ooh, that looks like a tailway place." We didn't stop,
right, like a simple burger name.
Oh, totally.
Like
with like 5 little steel, stools in the front, and
and those are the ones that those are the ones that are usually good. Like, do you remember the burger place over here on was that Outer Drive, like the Mott's? I think it was like Mott's or something like that, or I can't remember what it's called. It just said,
have my side hurting the whole week.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Man, so your dad, you said your dad was sounded. Your mom said your dad sounded like there was a pyro going off in the room and shit.
He said, "Don't be bringing them to him."
Like that's when you blast. Like, your mom was like, "Are you mad at me for something?" Or
it's funny because White Castle. I mean, I don't know.
I love the fries. I love the fries. They're so good. Yeah, I really do.
I like the chicken rings. I'm a chicken ring kind of. I like the cheeseburgers with everything.
Got to get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes I don't get onion, or sometimes I don't get mustard, but I like them with everything on there. I like the onion on there, and the chicken rings. That's my shit. I used to get the fried okra all the time, but the chicken rings.
Oh yeah, that is
with some honey mustard or some hot sauce. It's fire.
Well, it was funny. I'm trying to find the scene on YouTube, but I can't find it.
We're always talking about food. It's funny.
He did Meet the Fokker, where you were telling me about Dom said it hasn't been seasoning, and he's like, "Oh, I haven't washed this pan forever." He's like, "Yeah, that's that."
Oh yeah, and he fucking.
This tastes really good. And he goes, "I don't know, I haven't washed this pan forever."
Oh man,
that was.
Same thing. And the one thing about White Castle, I think, and just from my experience or seeing people, after they have them, like I said, my side, they hurt my side. I don't be farting. They don't make me fart. They just make my side hurt. Like, but they don't. I don't think it's a stinky fart. I think it's just loud. I think just everybody's loud. Like.
Man, the loud.
Do that. That was loud as fuck. That was at White Castle, huh?
If I fart, I just say like De La Hoya said when he was training one time and he was being filmed and he was stretching and he farted and he was like, "Oh, excuse me for being human."
Right. Listen, you know what our equivalent to White Castle is here when it comes to that is the Waffle House. Waffle House will fuck you up. Fuck you up. 3 in the morning. You guys are gonna have to take me there. 3, it's delicious, but 3 in the morning, you're like, "Oh, this seems like such a great idea."
Right.
Next day, 11 a.m. is not a fucking great idea. And you know what? Why didn't someone stop me?
Right. Once you start eating food like that, you can't stop. It's crazy.
Oh, no.
And it's like the doolies.
And then you can do all kinds of things to your food there, like smother it, cover it, flip it, dip it.
Cover it.
Damn. Really?
Chop
it's like a Mongolian barbecue, but only like a Waffle House.
Chop it, dip it, flip it, dip it, snip it, all kinds of fucking rub it down. Like, you Bell Biv and DeVoe that shit, rub it out. Like, all kinds. So you're like, give me the works. I want to chop, smopped, all of
that's
it.
Hilarious.
Hopped,
but that's like the doolies. Like, I don't like when I posted that, you know, showing love for doolies, but I don't go there as much as like I know some people that go there like almost every day, every other day.
Listen, I eat a lot of vegetables and a lot of
try to savor the flavor, you know.
Yeah, I eat a lot of vegetables and whole foods and stuff. So when I eat stuff like that, I know better. I know better, but
it's like a volcano.
Like, fuck it, go ahead and give it to me.
You got it.
The next day, here I am the next day, holding my side, like fuck.
Like me, I don't do fast food. I don't do fast food like that. I might once in a blue moon.
I don't eat fast food.
I do not go. I just don't do it. I'm sorry. I'd rather come home, make myself a hamburger or something.
Every now and then, I'll crave some McDonald's French fries if they're hot and salted with some ketchup. But ketchup, and I don't really even eat ketchup, but I like a lot of McDonald's fries. Yeah.
I went with somebody.
Hot. Like it's got to be.
I went with somebody to McDonald's yesterday. And they ran into the store, and I was like, you know what? Let me get a couple of these fries.
The only
thanks for the fries.
The only time I go through a fast food is to get an unsweetened tea because I like their tea.
My mother loves those. My mother.
I get an unsweetened tea or a lemonade.
I used to take them to at work.
Yeah, and if their ice cream machine's working, I'll get a small vanilla cone.
Oh wow, those are the classic things.
That's all I order. The little vanilla cone. Yeah. That's all I order. I'm not, you know, I don't get me wrong. There's like the taste of it. Some of it is good, but my body is like, bitch, no.
Right.
Bitch, no.
Yeah, you got one side hurting from a burger and the other side hurting from ice cream.
Yes. Yes. Like
that's funny.
Your side hurts because you got a fart, Tori. No.
Because you got a fart.
And I think it's just it's a fart that didn't. It's a fart that didn't progress. It stayed up there.
Yeah, that's funny.
If I could get it out, it would have came out. But like I said, I eat a lot of vegetables and stuff. I'm not backed up. I'm healthy.
Right.
You're cleansed daily. I'm cleansed.
Right.
Not to be, but it is what it is. My
For sure.
Chris Plummer died. He was 91. The guy from Sound of Music.
I saw that. He had a life well lived.
He was kind of.
How old was he?
91. He was kind of
a
guy. I thought, you know. So
yeah.
Old guy. So.
Well, you know what?
To be able to live that long.
I did have a haircut appointment since we talked about it, but you know what? And I changed my mind, but I think I'm actually going to go and put number 9 in the back of my head, man, for Stafford since he's leaving.
Since who? Since Stafford's leaving.
Put a number 9 in the back for.
Last thing that I wanted to talk about was the Fake Famous. So you guys watched it.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, sorry, I'll let you go first. But yeah, I liked it. I watched it with my daughter.
Okay. I liked it. I think it was very interesting. The different takes on it. I think each one of them kind of their walk of life that they came from and where they started when this, experiment started had a big impact on how they were going to react.
Right.
So I wasn't too surprised on their reactions just because of where they started when they were found.
You remember how many people that they said that they started with?
I thought it was like 4. Was it?
It was like 4,000. They did they did a casting call of like thousands.
It was 4,000.
Yeah, 4,000.
Okay.
Narrowed it down to 3.
He is he's a journalist and he's been a reporter for
he's always on media doing
all of them. Yeah, a bunch of them, CNN, a couple different ones, and so he decided to
he obviously went
experiment
different.
So if you guys haven't watched it, it's called Fake Famous. It's on HBO. You can watch it on HBO Max. So they nail it down to 3 people. They nail it down to a guy that's gay. They nail it down to a black guy that kind of does his own clothing line that's based out of Tucson, but he moves out of Tucson, right? He's like, fuck that.
These are all, they're all LA transplants.
I
Nobody's
was
originally from
thinking
there. The black guy goes to LA, and then they get a girl that is kind of an actress trying to break in the scene or whatever. So,
what did you guys think about that when he said that about Tucson, Arizona? I mean, is he right?
I was okay. So I was
than I would. So
listen, of course, instantly my son's like, "See, I told you we need to go to LA." I said, "Tucson is country as fuck." There's a big difference. Like we're by Phoenix, and we're city. You know, we're
right.
Like
about a city you're gonna get.
Yeah, it's hopping over here compared to Tucson. Tucson is country.
I loved it when I went over there. I loved
Bumpkin, and so there's definitely a difference between Tucson area and Phoenix vibe, for sure.
What's the name of that mall again, Drake, that we went to and they had the bar and all that? Like I loved it when I went there. That was so long ago, but
where we went
to the mall. Remember where they had the McFarland store? It wasn't even open.
Oh, Westgate.
Westgate.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I live by Westgate. I live down the street from Westgate.
Yeah, right next to the Arizona.
Yeah, I don't live far. I don't live far from Drake.
That was so awesome. I had such a great time. I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, Westgate's great.
I loved it.
COVID,
so cool. Yeah, I can imagine. Damn, it was so sweet.
Westgate's great.
It had just opened, I believe, right, Drake? When
I think so. Yeah. At the time.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Zach really enjoyed going. I got a lot of pictures of him there.
Yeah, I know. I took a lot of pictures and stuff too.
So you got
famous,
you got three people. The gay guy totally shuts down because he gets anxiety, right?
He looks so uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable with it.
Golly, from the start.
The black guy's like, I don't like this. I want people to be like me because I'm famous, because I'm famous in who I am. And he's like, the guy buys him the friend, buys him all that, and he starts deleting comments, people. The girl is a sponge. I want it all. Were you surprised who was like, I want it? Were you kind of surprised who was like totally for it and who wasn't?
No, I honestly, I wasn't surprised at their outcomes at all. Again, like I said, the where they started. So the gay guy, he was an assistant for a realtor who was kind of an asshole, and he didn't really have he was the smallest social media following out of the three of them.
Right.
So for him, he, I think where he was and kind of already in his sexuality, maybe just coming out probably recently, he wasn't all for it, all that calling out. And people, he had somebody message him that was like, hey, I see what you're doing, and he got panicked because they called him out, and he already had this anxiety. So him, he didn't have like the girl. She was an actress or an aspiring actress. She did some roles. She's been in some, low budget films. This is what she wanted.
Right.
She's already in that mindset of when you're an actress, you're faking.
Like you've been there.
You're faking. You're acting. So to me, this is what she wanted. This is the ultimate, ending point of her goal I'm trying to get to. Right. And then the other guy, the black guy who had the clothing line, who he took clothes, like say he'd go to the thrift store and he would find a bunch of pieces, tear them up, sew them into a whole new look, right? Mm-hmm. He's an artist.
Yeah, he was already
an
entrepreneur.
He had an artist, and even though an actress is an artist too, but he had a different artist outlook, and he kind of was like he had said. He felt he was already more established. He had a following. He had people that followed his clothing. Yeah. He had like a boutique.
He just needed a different atmosphere environment.
He already had a boutique and everything. But then next thing you know, they're buying him bots and likes and all this, right, to boost it and giving them photo shoots. They're putting him in the gym, and so he trying to get creating this persona for him that wasn't who he was. So, I mean, in a way, I was kind of surprised. I wouldn't say surprised that he didn't want it, but I wouldn't have been surprised if he went for it too. But I see the, you know, I see the I think it all had to do with where they started. He was like,
I got here, you know,
yeah,
like I looked at it like
he's like, I've already been,
he already made it.
He's like, I already been made it on what I wanted. I just wanted people to like what I already was doing. And instead they were turning him into a fitness guru. And you know,
was cool though.
It was cool,
that might have got
but
me.
I think that if they would have played more on his clothing aspect, I think he would have been for it. But then they didn't play on that.
Right. They would have lowered him. Yeah.
Because this is the thing. They wanted their ultimate goals to see if people would start sending them things, right? So if you're already into the clothing thing, then it kind of cuts what people are going to send you.
Right.
Because you already have your own, you know, your own niche. So, yeah, I did like at the end, you know, because the pandemic hit during all of this, you know, fake famous stuff. It hit. And so I liked to see
we talked about it. They were still on the beach, enjoying life, and you even said like, bitch, it's the pandemic. You're not on the beach no more.
Yeah, they were still sending, you know, these companies are so hungry to get influencers, right? They were still sending the girl stuff. So she got a package in the mail, right? Well, first she won. She won the ultimate. Well, she got the ultimate thing. She won a free gift. I mean, a free trip. So she was about to go on a trip, all expenses paid. She could bring a friend with her. You know, it was like a 8-day stay at this, like in Bali or something. And right when that happened, everything shut down. The world shut down. And so they had to cancel the trip and all that. But there's still influencers posting like they're on trips, knowing damn well that the beaches are closed and there's no international travel at the time. But also she received some jewelry and she got it and she opened it and she's like, oh, this is cute, but I don't think I should.
She said, I'm not going to open it, but did.
No, she opened it, but she didn't do they call it an unboxing where say you get something and you know, you see the celebrity, oh, look what BoxyCharm just sent me. How cute is this? I use, you know, she's like, I don't think that would be right to do that right now. Bragging about free stuff I'm getting when people are literally dying.
I just thought in my mind, like, well, then just throw it to the side. But she
opened it for the
for the viewers
experiment for the actual documentary, but she didn't post it. And I really liked, because for a minute there I'm like, okay, her morals are gonna get gone when she was hanging out with all those girls on the bus and they're all bougie as fuck, and she's like, okay, this is kind of I felt like she liked that experience, even though it was kind of a shitty experience. Like,
see, I thought the opposite, but go ahead.
I thought she liked it in the sense where maybe not liked, maybe she was grateful. I would say she was grateful for that experience, but I think it kind of opened her eyes to see how the other girls have been changed to be so ungrateful. Those bitches were ungrateful.
Well, I just took it. She didn't come off to me like bougie at all.
She was faking it. No, she was faking it.
Right. And you can tell it, like you said, when she sat down there and she was just like she was just going to flow, like, okay.
Yeah, you know? No, but she was faking it.
But when she said the comment, how they were acting on the bus, that told me right there, she don't like this shit.
Right,
but, you know what I mean? This ain't who she is, but
and then when she even said, I can't do this knowing that the world is in turmoil, and I'm watching people in Italy singing to each other on balconies because they can't leave, and you know, people are dying and the world is mourning.
I like that she went back to her hotel.
To her
little 1-bedroom hotel, and she was she went back to her normal life, and it was like, okay, this is real. This is.
I'm sure though, you know, even though
I think overall they did a great job of it. I thought it was a good.
Oh, absolutely. I know she felt lost though. I could feel that she felt lost.
Right.
The other two didn't feel. The other two didn't feel like they felt lost, but she felt.
Yeah. When she was sitting there on her bed, I was thinking that she was thinking like, what do I do now? You know, like, wow. Like,
he quit the real estate thing and he went to go work at a club, and he's like, now I feel like I belong.
Listen, let me just say, I love how his shitty fucking boss kept calling the whole time.
Funny.
Yeah.
His character was funny. I liked his character the best. It was
yeah,
funny.
he's like,
It was funny,
well, does your boss know you're here? He's like, no, I said I was sick. No, I'm at a cousin's birthday party. No,
or
when
he was doing the fireplace shoot, and he was like, shh. He was like, be quiet. And he was on the phone and shit, and then he started trying to pose. He was like, "What the hell?"
I thought it was funny as fuck how he kept calling. He's like, "God."
Right. You watched it with your daughter. What was her thoughts of this? Because I know
I asked my daughter like maybe
midway. She's trying to grow her business or whatever. She's wanting to sell like little merch or here and there and stuff. And she would love this. You know what I mean? Like, big bots, and, you know what I mean? She's like, give it to me. Like I want. Like at the end, if you watched it, they show like little kids or whatever. They eat this up. They want this.
Yeah.
So as a teenager,
parents controlling the shit, but
she's 16. Like Narissa, she probably doesn't like that. She's more of a quiet person.
Yeah,
but
I can kind of see that.
Amaya, is she like, does she like that, or she's like quiet?
I thought she would. I asked her in the middle, like when the girl was getting those gifts and stuff. So I asked her, I paused it and I said, would you like, would you go along with that? Would you enjoy getting stuff like that and all that? And I thought my daughter was going to be like, yeah, it's because she's on social media a lot, but and she was like, no. She goes, no. And I said, why? I said, is it because it's just kind of weird and it's just and fake? She was like, both.
Right.
And I was like, okay, wow. I said, well, good. I'm glad to hear you say that. I mean, that's your opinion, but I thought she was gonna be like, hell yeah, I'll take all that shit. But
no, my son said he thinks it was good for both. It was good for certain people.
She said it was, and I was this really made me proud of her because she was like, I guess she goes, it just depends on how you know, she was like you could do it for a while and build your stuff up. She was like the bots though. She goes, no, I wouldn't want that. I would want to get my own followers and stuff like that. But
well, just like my son said, she
just didn't like the fakeness of it.
Right. And he does music. And so he has a following already that knows his work.
Right.
So he said it to me. He's like, I could see if I was like that girl, some people knew her work. She was kind of still
depends on
for somebody to know, right? Where you start. I believe
your situation, what you're trying to do,
and what you're trying to do. He said, I couldn't imagine all of a sudden I have, let's say you got 1,000 followers. Next thing you know, you got 25,000, and the people who you engage with every day, because you're an artist and you're an individual and not like a show or an entity or something like that. Right. He's like, all of a sudden, I just got random ass. Like he's like, maybe I need to put out a music video or two to make it look like I I don't know. Right. Like, but I think it all depends on where your mind is.
The part that I thought was cool was like, and I told my daughter, I said like the branding part of it. Like before the COVID hit, we had a marketing meeting, and that was what it was going to be based on.
Yeah,
my friend was going to put me in his clothing and suit and different other partnerships.
Yeah, the marketing
clothing, and he was going to brand me, and but it wasn't going to be. Not
fake famous, but it's still a marketing tool.
Exactly.
So
and I enjoy watching that part of it. Right. Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool. I always love that stuff, but
I went from 25 and I got 29 and I didn't do anything.
Right.
Wow.
You're famous.
That's awesome. I want to be fake famous. See, I would want to be fake famous because I really want some things.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. You started sending me, like some cool T-shirts, some merch and shit. And I mean, jeez, man, it's hard not.
Listen,
because you don't feel like you're doing nothing wrong.
These people, like last night, I was looking at this. I guess it's a brand. It's a supplement brand, right? Right. And the girl that I follow, her body is so banging. Well, her boyfriend created this supplement brand, right?
What is it? Is it a protein or?
It's called Genius Brain, but it's spelled Gene in Us, Genius Brain.
Cool.
Right? And if you go to his Instagram, like he's incredible. he used to
I'm
be
interested.
a pro athlete, right?
I'm interested.
But I started looking at like the workout bundle and certain things, and his products are incredible. But the workout bundle is like $530.
Oh man.
I'm like, fuck, if only I could be an influencer and they could just send it to me.
I follow one too, anabolic aliens, and their workouts are nothing like that. This guy is amazing.
Yeah.
And really amazing, and all the supplements that he does and stuff like that. And I thought about buying them and stuff, but I'm like,
well, this guy is top-notch stuff, and and he took him a lot to formulate it. And you'll have to just go and
do you want to share it? Can you share it?
I can share it.
Yeah, share it. So
I'm interested.
Like I was thinking that as I was in my bathtub doing shopping online and looking, browsing, I was like, fuck, maybe I just need to get some bots so that I can get my numbers up so that people can start selling me, giving me some things.
Let's do
and
it.
then I can, and then I can show my results on the podcast. Like,
right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll do it.
Drake, make us fake famous.
I know, man.
I'm already famous in my own mind, so
right.
Anybody that knows me already knows that. So
right.
Which I'm kind of a big deal.
Yep. Send me autographed pictures, Tori.
Okay.
So last thing, spotlight
to my Roman Reigns picture.
Spotlight. we got an energy
just
guy.
For you. Anybody else needs to send Cash App deposit. I can't hear you without a deposit.
Is that it? Is that the symbol? Can you see it? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make it.
I can't see it, but what's the name?
Genius. It says Genius Brain Education. Genius Brain
No.
1? Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I'll send you the link.
Not going to follow you, buddy. Okay.
No, it's a
Genius Brain
supplement.
Company.
I can't look it up right now.
That's cool.
I'll
get it.
on my phone.
So next week, Spotlight Wednesday, we got an energy guy. He has a solar. Well, I don't know if it's his company or he works for a solar company. He just wants to come on and talk about solar. His name is Daryl Harris. I worked with him before. A real cool guy. So he's out in I believe he's in Cali, Sacramento. I believe in the Bay Area. So definitely check it out. Be on Wednesday. Is there anything you want to plug?
Nope.
Just
my Instagram. Please follow me. I even made it public. Sports Smile 313.
Oh yeah. So why do you do that? Because I know Nati was like,
because I'm just experimenting with the social media. I want to see if I leave it off for 3 days, if I get any likes. If I don't, shut it off.
Why do you don't keep it
just
public?
Messing with it? I mean I have. I just mess with it. It's social media. Sometimes I just fiddle with it. That's what I do.
I always keep mine
Sometimes
public.
I would take some posts sometimes and I would just like repost them after so long.
I know, but so what's the point of not having it public? Like, what are you protecting from?
Nothing. I just always had it public. That's
private. You just always had it private.
Yeah. I wasn't really big on Instagram. I didn't, you know what I mean? I just posted stuff on
follow me
on I was on Twitter. I didn't give a rat's ass about Facebook, Instagram for a long time until I started doing marketing. So like,
well,
I'm about
follow
to
me on IG at All Beauty All Beast.
Right,
Beauty All Beast. Yeah, you can follow
Facebook, Tori Rochelle.
You want to do the 50,000 Drake Swift. Actually, Drake Swift's on everything. So Drake Swift, Instagram. It is on Twitter. Unfortunately, I had to change Drake Swift all the time on Facebook because I keep shutting
Bozo Swift.
Yeah, so it's all Mike Swift on Facebook.
Oh, I thought it was Bozo Swift.
Oh boy.
Bozo.
You're like, oh boy.
Bozo. So
listen, every time your name pops up, I'm like, who the fuck is this? It's a different name.
I know. What the hell? I'm like,
yeah, you can go to
John Wayne.
You could go to my 4 different profiles at Jack Burton.
Jack Burton, that's the one. I thought it was John Wayne.
Is that what you said, John Wayne?
I was like, who the fuck is Jack Burton? And then I see a picture of your daughter. I'm
as soon as I seen the name, I already knew it was him. Yeah,
I didn't. My fucking ass falls into the trap every time.
Yeah, we got the little inside jokes when it comes to the movies and stuff like that. So
like, I don't know him.
Movies, right?
fuck is going on? I'm like, oh, jumper.
I'm about to do one too, man. Make a Sunny
Burton
Black,
followed me.
Sunny Black,
Oh, shit.
313, Sunny Red, 313. You know.
Yeah.
Sunny.
Maybe do from Donnie Brasco, or maybe do something like
I get excited. I think of
Reservoir Dogs,
me, and it's just Drake.
right? 4 times.
Four
Lights.
times.
Right.
When some wild-eyed 8-foot-tall maniac grabs your neck, taps the back of your favorite head up against a barroom wall,
You gotta ask yourself.
in the eye, and he asks if you've paid your dues. Or you just stare that big sucker right back in the eye, and you remember what old Jack Burton always says at the time.
It's a dark and stormy night.
You paid your dues,
Yes,
Jack?
sir, the check is in the mail.
Checks in the mail.
Mine
I'm
way.
so mad. They never made a part 2 sequel to that, man.
Check is in the fucking mail. So, all right, we're gonna queue out. So, check out Wednesday's show. Let me see. Somebody commented just a second ago.
It's all in the reflexes.
What up, Detroit Forever? Go check out his store, 51st Avenue and Michigan
What up,
Avenue.
Jose?
Hey, Jose.
Hey, Jose. You gotta get all your latest winter gear. He's got
What up, hey Jose? I'm gonna come and get some merch, and I'm gonna post it and tag you, man, so I can get some free merch. So
Yeah, he just did the high school
There we
team.
go.
I saw that. That was
Yeah, that
pretty
was dope.
awesome. Yeah, I loved it. Good job.
yeah, shout out to Jose.
And
man,
them kids
for
looking
sure.
fresh.
Yeah, that was dope. That was really cool.
You need to come up with some Detroit Forever chonies.
Damn.
Jeez. You.
Some underwear specifically made for eating White Castle.
Just for Drake. Drake needs his own line. White Castle chonies. A 313.
All right.
Right.
All right, guys. Be safe. Be careful. Mask up. Wash your culo. Stay safe.
Yeah.
We'll go join this sunny area, Alex. So
Enjoy the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
You guys
happy
have a
Super
good
Bowl.
time.
all right, go live.
Don't eat no White
Be kind to don't eat no White Castles, and be kind to one another,
For
please.
sure. God bless you guys. Love you guys.
God bless.
Bye.